Tottenham are starting to make bold decisions in the transfer market and do not rule out breaking their own transfer record to secure the main name requested by Thomas Frank. With extremely high values and tense negotiations, the club is working behind the scenes to strengthen the midfield and may even frustrate the plans of Premier League rivals. See the details in this video. If you want to keep receiving the main transfer updates and the latest Tottenham news, go ahead and leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps our work and keeps you always up to date with everything happening at Hotspur Way. Tottenham are experiencing intense days in the transfer window and have made it clear that they intend to act with ambition. Under the leadership of Thomas Frank, who is preparing for his first season at the club, Spurs have made the signing of a new number 6 a top priority. And by all indications, the most desired name by the manager is Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace. Despite Crystal Palace setting an extremely high price of £100 million to release the young midfielder, Tottenham have not backed down. Internally, the board recognises the difficulty of the operation but do not rule out breaking the club's transfer record, currently £65 million, to meet their new manager's request. Palace, in turn, believe that Wharton should be valued at the same level as Declan Rice, who was sold for £105 million to Arsenal, and are using that figure as a benchmark in negotiations. Even so, despite the financial barrier, Tottenham's interest remains strong. There is an understanding at Hotspur Way that patience and strategy will be needed to convince Oliver Glasner's club to let go of their gem, but Spurs are not willing to step away from the race at this stage. Meanwhile, other names are also on the radar. One of them is Douglas Luiz, who wants to leave Juventus just 1 year after his arrival and, according to sources close to the player, has already shown interest in joining Thomas Frank's project at Tottenham. Fabio Paratici, an important figure in Spurs' transfer dealings, is already aware of the Brazilian stance and is closely monitoring the developments. However, Everton have emerged as serious contenders, having opened talks with Juventus to try and secure Luiz's signing. The Merseyside club wants a loan with an option to buy, but Juve insist on a permanent sale worth around £35 million. This keeps the door open for Tottenham to make a move and hijack the deal, since the Italians want to raise funds and reduce their squad. And while Spurs try to bring in a new defensive midfielder, on the other hand, Yves Bissouma's situation is developing further. The Malian player, under contract until the end of next season, is on the radar of Juventus and also Fenerbahce, who, according to recent reports, have taken the lead in the race. Bissouma featured in 44 matches last season, but was heavily criticised for his inconsistency and could end up being sold. Juventus, meanwhile, believe they can use new director Damien Comolli's relationship with Daniel Levy as leverage. Comolli previously worked at Tottenham and now leads the recruitment project in Turin. Juve's idea is to close the deal for around £13 million, a figure that Spurs have yet to accept, as they hope to receive between £15 and £20 million. Even so, Bissouma has made it clear that he wishes to remain in London and be part of the new project led by Thomas Frank, despite interest from Milan, Juventus, and Fenerbahce. Another important movement involves the defence. Tottenham are now focused on Georgio Sculvini, a 22-year-old centre-back from Atalanta, valued at over £50 million. Interest in the Italian has grown especially after reports that Cristian Romero could leave, with Real Madrid monitoring his situation. Although Atletico de Madrid have stepped back from the race for Romero, the uncertainty around his future has led the board to intensify the search for alternatives. Scalvini is regarded as one of the most promising centre-backs in Europe, but Spurs will face tough competition. Newcastle, Manchester United, Juventus, and other Serie A clubs are also in the running. Newcastle have even started preliminary talks. However, the Magpies are facing financial difficulties and need to sell before moving forward, which could give Tottenham the opportunity to act quickly, especially as Atalanta have already signalled their intention to renew with the player. In addition to Scalvini, Spurs have also shown interest in Koni de Winter, a 23-year-old Belgian who plays for Genoa. The player has caught attention with his solid performances in Serie A and is also a target for West Ham and Inter Milan. Genoa's asking price is around £22 million, and Tottenham have already made contact to explore a possible deal. De Winter is seen as a solid option to bolster the defensive unit, especially given the doubts surrounding Romero's long-term future. Meanwhile, the board remains attentive on all fronts, securing high-level reinforcements, avoiding key departures, and maintaining competitiveness amid complicated negotiations. With big names on the radar and millions involved, Tottenham are living through one of the most strategic windows in recent years. Now we want to hear from you, Spurs fans. What do you think about the potential record-breaking move for Adam Wharton? Would you like to see Douglas Luiz in Thomas Frank's squad? And regarding Bissouma, should he stay or be sold? In defense, do you prefer the arrival of Scalvini or De Winter? Leave your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave your like and subscribe to the channel to keep receiving exclusive updates like this and other potential Tottenham signings in this transfer window. Stay tuned. Come on, you Spurs.